November 11th, 2022, 2 a.m. A single tweet. And just like that, $2 billion vanished into thin air. Not stolen by hackers, not lost in a market crash, voluntarily handed over by some of the smartest investors on Earth to a 30-year-old who couldn't explain where the money went. This is the FTX story nobody tells. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how your brain is wired to fall for the exact same trick. His name was Sam Bankman-Fried, but everyone called him SBF. Messy hair, shorts, sleeping on beanbag, wrinkled t-shirts, sleeping on a beanbag in his office. He looked like your college roommate who survives on ramen noodles. But here's what he really was. Founder of FTX, the world's second largest crypto exchange. Worth $26 billion on paper. Donated millions to politicians. Had celebrity endorsers like Tom Brady, Steph Curry, and Larry David. The media called him the next Warren Buffett. But there was one small problem. He was running one of the largest frauds in financial history. And the scary part, it almost worked. Before we dive into how he did it, we need to understand why it worked. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. You would have fallen for it too. Your brain has 3 built-in trust switches. SBF flipped all of them. Trust switch number 1, the authority signal. SBF went to MIT, worked at Jane Street Capital, one of Wall Street's most prestigious trading firms. When someone has those credentials, your brain automatically thinks, this person knows what they're doing. Wrong. Trust switch number 2, the altruism illusion. SBF publicly pledged to give away all his wealth to charity. He talked about malaria nets in Africa, pandemic prevention, AI safety. Here's the trick. When someone says they're giving away money, you don't question how they're making it. Your brain thinks, why would a scammer donate to charity? Answer, because it's the perfect cover. Trust switch number 3, the anti-image strategy. Look at SBF's appearance. Messy, casual, unpolished. This wasn't accidental. It was calculated. Wall Street scammers wear expensive suits. They drive Ferraris. They look like villains. SBF looked like, well, like you. Like your friend who plays video games and codes at 3 a.m. Your brain said, he's not like those guys. He's authentic. And that's exactly what he wanted you to think. Now let's talk about what SBF was actually doing with your money. FTX was a cryptocurrency exchange. Think of it like a stock market for crypto. People deposited money to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other digital coins. Simple, right? Here's where it gets dark. SBF also owned a trading company called Alameda Research. These two companies were supposed to be separate. They weren't. SBF took customer money from FTX, your deposits, and secretly transferred billions to Alameda Research. What did Alameda do with that money? Bought a $40 million penthouse in the Bahamas. Made billion-dollar risky bets on crypto tokens. Donated $40 million to US political campaigns. Gave personal loans to executives. 0 of that was their money to spend. It was yours. But wait, it gets worse. FTX created its own cryptocurrency called FTT, and Alameda held billions worth of FTT tokens. Here's the problem. FTT was only valuable because people believed in FTX. Think of it like this. Imagine a bank that prints its own money, then uses that self-printed money as collateral for loans. When would that system collapse? The moment people stop believing. November 2nd, 2022. CoinDesk, a crypto news site, publishes an article revealing that Alameda's balance sheet is mostly FTT tokens. Translation: Alameda's billions weren't real. They were backed by magic internet money that FTX itself created. November 6th, Changpeng Zhao, CEO of Binance, FTX's biggest competitor, tweets that he's selling all his FTT tokens. And just like that, the bank run begins. November 6th, 11 a.m. Customers try to withdraw their money from FTX. November 6th, 3 p.m. FTX can't process withdrawals. The money isn't there. November 7th, SBF tweets, "FTX is fine." The exact words every failing CEO says. November 8th, Binance offers to buy FTX. They do 24 hours of due diligence. And run. We're out. Why? Because the hole was too big. $8 billion missing. Gone. Vanished. November 11th, 2 a.m. FTX files for bankruptcy. 1 million customers locked out. Money gone. I had my entire life savings, $180,000 in FTX. I was saving for my daughter's college. It's gone. I moved my retirement fund to crypto because I thought it was the future. I lost everything. SBF told us customer funds were safe. He looked us in the eye and lied. These aren't statistics. These are real people, real families, real dreams destroyed. Now here's the part that should terrify you. This wasn't a crypto problem. This was a human problem. Let me show you the psychological weapons SBF used and why you need to understand them. Weapon number 1, the complexity shield. SBF talked about yield farming, liquidity pools, DeFi protocols. When someone uses words you don't understand, your brain does something dangerous. It assumes they understand. But here's the secret. Complexity is often a mask for incompetence or fraud. Warren Buffett, the real one, says, "If you can't explain your business to a 10-year-old, you either don't understand it or you're hiding something." SBF was hiding something. Weapon number 2, the speed of trust. FTX went from 0 to $32 billion valuation in 3 years. Your brain sees rapid growth and thinks, this must be genius. But history is filled with fast-growing scams. Theranos, $9 billion to $0. WeWork, $47 billion to nearly bankrupt. Wirecard, $28 billion to fraud. Speed is not proof of legitimacy. Sometimes it's proof of desperation. Weapon number 3, the social proof avalanche. Tom Brady invested. Steph Curry promoted it. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank called SBF a modern Rockefeller. Here's what your brain hears. If they trust him, I should too. Every single one of them lost money. Every single one. The cognitive bias cocktail. SBF didn't use one trick, he used a system. 1. Authority bias. MIT credentials made you trust him. 2. Halo effect. Charity work made him seem moral. 3. Bandwagon effect. Everyone was doing it. 4. Confirmation bias. You saw what you wanted to see. 5. Sunk cost fallacy. Once invested, you defended him. This is the same formula used by every major scammer in history, and it will be used again. December 2023. A federal courthouse in New York. Sam Bankman-Fried stands trial. The charges? Wire fraud, money laundering, securities fraud, 7 counts total. The prosecution brings witnesses, FTX executives who flipped, victims who lost everything, financial experts who traced the money. SBF takes the stand. His defense? I didn't mean to commit fraud. I just made mistakes. The jury deliberated for 4 hours. Guilty on all counts. March 2024. The judge speaks. You knew what you were doing was wrong. You knew customers would lose their money, and you did it anyway. 25-year prison sentence in federal prison. SBF, the man who was worth $26 billion, who had dinner with presidents, who was called the future of finance, will spend the next quarter century behind bars. Of the $8 billion missing, $5 billion recovered from asset sales, $3 billion still gone forever. Victims might get 10 to 50 cents on the dollar back. It will take years. For many, that's too late. Retirements are gone, businesses failed, lives were ruined. Justice happened, but justice doesn't pay the rent. So here's the question you should be asking right now. How do I make sure this never happens to me? Rule number 1. If it's complex, it's suspicious. Einstein said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it. If someone's investment pitch requires a PhD to understand, walk away. Legitimate businesses can be explained in one sentence. Apple makes phones. Amazon sells stuff online. Banks hold your money and charge interest. What did FTX do? We're a crypto exchange with integrated DeFi yield optimization and liquidity provision mechanisms. See the difference? Rule number 2. Question the hero narrative. When someone loudly advertises how good they are, ask yourself why they need to advertise it. Real philanthropists like Chuck Feeney gave away $8 billion anonymously. He didn't want credit. SBF plastered his charity work everywhere. That should have been a red flag the size of Texas. Rule number 3. Diversification is your firewall. Never put all your money in one place. Ever. Not in one bank, not in one investment, not in one crypto exchange. If FTX customers had split their money across 3 platforms, they'd have lost 30%, not 100%. Rule number 4. Audit the auditors. FTX's auditor was a tiny firm with 3 employees operating out of a virtual office. A $32 billion company audited by 3 people in a virtual office. Your brain should be screaming right now. Rule number 5. Celebrity endorsements mean nothing. Tom Brady lost money. Steph Curry lost money. Kevin O'Leary lost money. They're not financial experts. They're paid endorsers who trusted the wrong people. Don't invest based on who's in the commercial. Invest based on the fundamentals. Rule number 6. Withdrawal test. Before you invest serious money anywhere, test it. Deposit $100. Try to withdraw it the next day. If it's difficult, slow, or requires support tickets, that's your exit sign. Rule number 7. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. But don't just trust feelings, verify them. Google company name plus scam. Check Reddit, Twitter, forums. Look for independent reviews. Ask, what could go wrong? These 7 rules won't make you rich, but they'll keep you from getting robbed. Here's what the media won't tell you about FTX. This wasn't just about crypto. This was about something much deeper. The pattern. Every generation has its genius scammer. 1920s, Charles Ponzi schemes. 2000s, Bernie Madoff, $65 billion fraud. 2010s, Elizabeth Holmes, Theranos. 2020s, Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX. Same playbook, different costume. What makes them work? 3 ingredients. 1. New technology that people don't fully understand. 1920s, international postal reply coupons. 2000s, complex derivatives. 2010s, blood testing tech. 2020s, cryptocurrency. 2. Charismatic leader who seems different. Madoff, respected Wall Street veteran. Holmes, female Steve Jobs. SBF, altruistic genius. 3. Timing, fear of missing out. Everyone's getting rich. Don't be left behind. This changes everything. When you see these 3 together, your alarms should be screaming. The uncomfortable truth. The reason scams work isn't because scammers are smart. It's because we want to believe. We want the shortcut, the insider deal, the 10 times return. And scammers prey on that desire. SBF didn't steal $8 billion through hacking or force. He stole it because people gave it to him. Willingly, eagerly, desperately. And the next SBF is already out there, building trust, creating the next revolution. The question is, will you fall for it? I need to tell you something. I almost invested in FTX. 2021. I watched their Super Bowl commercial. I saw the endorsements. I read about SBF's MIT background in charitable giving. I had $10,000 ready to deposit. But something felt off. I tested the platform, deposited $50, tried to withdraw it. It took 3 days and 2 support tickets for $50. That was my red flag. I walked away. 1 year later, FTX collapsed. That $10,000 would be gone. But more than that, my trust would be gone. My belief in the financial system, my willingness to take risks. I've received hundreds of messages from people who weren't as lucky. I lost my daughter's college fund. My retirement is gone. I trusted him. That's why I make these videos. Not to scare you, not to make you paranoid, but to give you the tools to protect yourself. Because the next scam is coming. It always is. So here's what I need you to do right now. Step 1. Audit your current investments. Go through everything you've invested in. Ask, can I withdraw my money today? Do I understand how they make money? Is it regulated by a legitimate authority? If you can't answer yes to all 3, reconsider. Step 2. Share this video. I know. YouTubers always say this, but here's why it matters. The person you share this with might be about to make the same mistake you almost made. Your share could save them $10,000, $100,000, their entire savings. That's worth 30 seconds of your time. Step 3. Download the Scam Protection Checklist. Link in the description. It's free. Print it. Keep it next to your computer. Before you invest in anything, run it through this checklist. Step 4. Subscribe and hit the bell. Every week, I break down scams like this, the psychology, the tactics, the protection strategies. Your subscription tells YouTube, this matters. Show this to more people. And right now, More people need to see this. I want you to ask yourself one question. If I had $10,000 to invest tomorrow, would I really know how to avoid the next FTX? If the answer is no, that's okay. That's why you're here. But now you have a choice. You can close this video, go back to scrolling, and hope it never happens to you. Or you can take control, learn, prepare, protect yourself. Because in 2026, your brain is your firewall, and scammers like SBF are counting on you not using it. Don't let them win.